And today is Saturday, March 29th. I'm finally back to work, heading to the Toronto Convention Center to pick up two brand new machines that were supposed to go to New York City. But then I guess the buyer had some buyer's remorse, and now he's going to Baltimore, Maryland, to the broker, like the intermediary who sold these machines to the to the final buyer. And this one pays pretty good for only 530 miles. It's pretty much what I can make in 1 week's time. And I think that's where the money is, you know, like shorter runs, they pay pretty good. Like this one, it's was like $8 a mile. Now they reduced it because they took off the New York City premium, which was like $250, but still. And today is the first day as I'm really kind of like a specialized type of owner-operator, because I only have my heavy-duty step deck now, right? So normal flat. So now I just specialize in one type of load, pretty much step deck, but of course I can do flatbed loads. But if someone, I'm still running this ad, by the way, the flatbed, right, it's sold only based on free classifieds. And I put some classifieds in truck paper, and all I had was just calls from, you know, advertising people offering me to spend money on advertising. But this Kijiji thing, so same as Craigslist in the US, Kijiji.ca, you know, works fine. And you see this guy found me, bought it out. Well, I don't have a confirmation yet, right? So for all I know, I gave him the trailer and I'm still making my next payment. So, but the guy gave me a receipt, so I don't know. It's like a trucking company, you know, should be okay. But yeah, if someone offers me money for this one, I'll get rid of this one. Because I want to be more specialized. Now, someone asked me about the phone, my new Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and so far I'm really happy with it, except that of course now I have to switch SIM cards each time I cross the border, and it's kind of problematic when I'm in Canada to call the US number, and when I'm in the US call Canadian number, unless it's an 800 number, because both Verizon, I mean AT&T now in Canada, they charge for calls to the nearby country, right? And I tried to use Google Voice, and Google Voice you can only get an American number from them, you know, like Google Voice number. So, but I'm still not done with that. Hopefully it'll work and I can make calls, let's say, from Canada to US using Google Voice. But it's a little nice phone. The first thing that surprised me was that, you know, my friend, the guy that pulls a tanker, you know, we talk all the time, you know, when we both travel, and when I use my Casio phone and even my headset, he said there was always lots of noise because my truck is noisy. But now he says, why is it so quiet? Are you driving? I said, well, I'm in my car, in my Mazda, so of course it's much quieter. But he says still, your phone is much quieter. The sound is much better. And I think the problem was that on the Casio there was a second microphone on the outside because it was designed for, you know, push talk, kind of like two-way radio communications. And that mic caught lots of background noise, you know. So that's one thing. So the mic on this Samsung Note 3 is much better. So people don't have problems as before. And also I can hear everybody's fine. So the keyboard works great. I love the swipe feature where you can just use, you know, one finger and swipe across the keyboard. Love that. So, but I'm still learning. It's a great phone. I just checked my YouTube channel when I stopped briefly, and there was a question, did I regret buying a flatbed? And the thing is that I was switching to the flatbed from a 48 step, and 48 step, at least in my limited experience, you know, with loads on the land stop between Canada and US, is a total waste of money, okay? Do not buy a 48-foot step deck, because everybody looks for at least 40 feet on the lower deck, so at least buy a 51-foot step deck. So back then, you know, I was debating between flatbed and 53 step, like when switching from the 48 one. And I ordered the 53 flat because I was so tired of hearing this, you know, oh, no step decks, flatbeds only. And then, but then at the last moment, I was talking to drivers, agents, you know, and the trailer, the flatbed trailer, was still at the plant. Then based on what I learned from agents and drivers, I wanted to go with a 3-axle 53 step. Believe it or not, the same one I have now, right? And I go to the dealer because the trailer was still at the plant, and I only gave him $1,000. And the guy says, I said, I want to switch to this one. I'll pay extra. And the guy says, no, we cannot do that. We already customized the trailer for you. And I said, what do you mean customized? Well, all they did was I requested different tires. I requested the low profile tires, but everything else was aluminum wheels, 53 flat. I guess I should have pushed them harder, you know, otherwise I would have had a Wilson 3-axle 53 flat, probably, I don't know, combo or aluminum. But that one did not have the capacity as this one does. This one is a much stronger trailer. But and one guy asked me about the step deck being profitable or not. Well, the thing with step decks is that you can do loads up to 10 or, you know, even 10.6 high, right? And then you can do some low boy loads, and you can do lots of flatbed loads, you know. So it's not the perfect trailer. And quite often double drop loads will be too heavy or too tall, and flatbed loads will be, you know, they say, oh no step deck, you know. Because often there's times when it's not going to work on the step deck because of the drop, you know, like you're going to be overloaded, for example, if you cannot move the load towards the front, you know, just one situation. Like let's say when you're hauling concrete panels, you know, you need a flatbed. But still, when I look at my income before and after I got the step deck, it was higher with the step deck. Even though I sat on my butt longer, you know, sometimes looking for the load. But in my opinion, 51 or 53 step, especially as light as possible and with 3 axles. Like I said again, for me, for Canada to US. So in US, you know, you guys are limited. But, you know, with a 3rd axle, if it's a lightweight trailer, you don't lose much. Like, let's say, all aluminum, you know, 53 with a... And you can do heavy loads, and those pay quite good, you know. So it's like... I think the idea is to be a bit different than everybody else, because everybody has regular step decks, you know, 48. And regular flatbed. So if your equipment is a bit different from everybody else, you can make more money. And I'm now at the marshalling yard. See that mobile trailer over there? That's where we have to go to register, because basically this is an international trade center, right, pretty much downtown in Toronto, Ontario. And they don't want to, you know, have trucks sitting over there, right? So they give us this address as a pickup, and now you go register, tell them your license plate and who you're picking up for, like the destination. And that guy over there in the ugly brown truck did not have the name of the company where his load is going. And she says, where are you going? Georgia. And she says, well, I know it's Georgia, but it's not enough. And he's just a van trailer. But now I see he's been calling his dispatch trying to find out the name of the company. Luckily, I printed out my freight bill memo copy, like load confirmation, and the page I like most is the one where it's all the numbers, you know, how much it pays, you know. That, you know, always puts a smile on the driver's face when it pays okay. But I use the second page. There's another page the same as the first one, except there's no money shown. And I gave that page to the lady over there, and I said, yeah, I got the company name, company address in Maryland. And they said, okay, sit tight, what's your phone number? So I gave my phone number, my Canadian 226 area code, new Bell Mobility phone number. And now I'm sitting tight. And once they're ready for me, she said they'll give me like a sheet with directions, and I'll go there. It's just like, you know, 3 kilometers, 2 miles from here. But I'm glad they came up with this idea, because this way you're not in the way, you know, you don't have to stress out blocking traffic. If you guys and gals ever been to a trade center, right, this is what it looks like after everything is dismantled and all the visitors have left the building. I did not even know that you can come in with a truck. So basically they had the exhibition show in here, right, and I see a sign that says heavy machinery, and there's guys loading some machines over there, right? So they just let us into the building, and there's a special entrance off the side. This is Toronto Exhibition Center, and they have a special, you know, big ramp for trucks, and all guys just came in here with, you know, with big trailers, and I'm the last truck, you know. So actually it makes sense sometimes to be late. Well, I'm not late, they didn't tell me the time, right? And I was sitting for 2 hours at that marshalling yard. But the good news is that I talked to the guy who's responsible for, you know, loading and stuff like that, and he said all the machines are already loaded. So I'm getting these crates, whole bunch of crates, and then I said, so do I get any metal? And he says, well, the only piece of metal you get are those kind of like frames, right? So I don't know, maybe if I'm lucky I won't have to tarp, because these are crates, I guess, with some spare parts inside. But if I do need to tarp, you know, crates are much easier to deal with than machinery, because they have all these parts sticking out. Like imagine this machine over here, the forklift is just moving it, right? It has all these sharp angles, you know, and trust me, like I dealt with them before, they're a real pain in the butt to tarp, because no matter how careful you are, you're gonna damage your tarps. And I just got these brand new 6-foot drop tarps, right? I even haven't taken them out of those blue factory bags, you know, they look so nice, super clean inside. I don't want to tarp this machinery. You know, these machineries actually, it's for that's when you need a rolling top trailer, because rolling top, you know, you open, boom, all these machines secure, roll the top back, beautiful, you know. Actually in this case you need a rolling top step deck, the same one I had before, but then I got rid of it because I couldn't make any money. Well, it's probably be a while before I'm out of here, but today's Saturday and the delivery is only Monday, so lots of times to do 530 miles to a suburb of Baltimore, Maryland. Here's what my load looks like before strapping and tarping. Basically various small items on skids, some empty drums, but mostly these big crates. And I don't think 6-foot tarps would cut it. Those are my new tarps, still in blue factory cases. Well, at least I didn't get too much machinery. Well, they stuck in this toolbox in here. I'll get to run an extra strap for that. And then these ones you see I put on 4x4s, because this way they're not gonna slide, and it's not gonna scratch the deck. Jesus. And these ones they put on top of each other. This is what they call legs, but they're pretty light. But all in all, a pretty tall load, so I'm gonna catch lots of wind, but it's only one-day drive, so it shouldn't be too bad. Well, this is what, 1.5 hours later. Let's play my favorite game. How many straps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 straps and 2 chains. Why? Because see the way they put this, I could not put my winch in here, right? So, but I I was very careful. You see, I used the edge protector, like a metal we use for coils, and then I put a rubber underneath. And the same on the other side, so it's not gonna even scratch the metal. I like these ones. These are fun because these are rollers, you know. So it's so easy to put straps over them. But of course, on all other places, I had to use my plastic edge protector. Otherwise, the strap would get cut. See, like over there. But the good thing is that the top of these boxes, of these crates, it's solid. I climbed on the top, and I fell through only once. No, I'm kidding. I didn't fall through. Like, you can actually walk on them. And you see, but they are tall. Check this out. You see that size 51 inch by 48, but 100. So actually, for these, you need really 8-foot drop tarps. But so I'm supposed to top this one because this is, you know, electronic machine, and the crates. That's it. Everything else can go the way it is now. And it's already, I think it's close to like 6. So I spent a whole day. First waiting at the marshalling yard, then waiting here to be loaded, then now working. So I guess today I only have time to get to the border with the US because I still don't have my ACE electronic manifest. The agent says, oh, just call Landstar. Call Landstar after hours phone number, and they'll send it to you. Well, thanks a lot. And it's already getting dark, and I finally left the loading place, the Toronto Trade Center, whatever it's called, and it's 7:15. 7:15. So basically loading and waiting took whole day, and that's why they pay us the big bucks. This is QEW, Queen Elizabeth Way West. This is still Etobicoke, part of Toronto, and now I'm going to be entering Mississauga, Ontario. And I'm driving right next to the lake, and it's all condo apartments here, you know. This is a very nice area to live in. They have bike paths, you know, walking paths. You can just, you know, walk or bike right across, near the lake. Lots of opportunities for fitness-oriented individuals. Thanks for watching.